chiropractor who refers to himself as a movement missionary, helping others fall in love with fun, social, and physical activities that promote a lifetime of wellness. Please welcome Ted Wadley to the show. Hi, Ted. How are you?
Hi, Kelly. Great. Thank you. Good.
Give us a little bit about your background and your personal journey.
Sure. I graduated from chiropractic college back in 1986 at a time when functional magnetic resonance imaging and some of the ways to look inside the human brain were just coming into being. Along the way, my 29-year-old wife ended up dying of a glioblastoma, a malignant brain tumor, which was sort of an immersive education beyond my formal academic education with regard to the modular construction of human nervous systems. And I found myself raising my daughter alone during that time and sort of having to balance in between two worlds, one with a woman I loved gradually losing her neurological and musculoskeletal skills, and my daughter at the age of 3 gaining new combinatorial explosions of neural proficiencies every single day. And that dichotomy of conflicting worlds got me interested in what I call neural agility, or whole person agility, the ability to handle all the surprises and imbalances that life provides and do it with grace and fluidity and ultimately with happiness and effectiveness.
So go ahead.
So just that combination of academic neural specialty and an experience of deep neural problems and solutions has got me interested in the nervous systems of everyone I meet. And I'm still remain fascinated to this day with my own nervous system and how I learn and grow and respond to the world at large.
So what's been your path to becoming a agility influencer, if you will?
Yeah, I practiced for 23 years. I did it long enough to see, unfortunately, the majority of my patients develop hypertension, hypercholesterolemia, become obese, start to have strokes and heart attacks. And I realized that though they had sincere intentions, and I had the most sincere intentions with regard to making lifestyle changes that could have led to different and certainly much healthier outcomes, I had failed to get their attention and to accomplish the lifestyle changes that were necessary. And as I started to learn that and also fought more and more with managed care companies for less and less pay, I transitioned out of active practice and for a while sort of just explored what to do, where to use my education and experience in ways that were fulfilling and that they got the results that I wanted with regard to healthy lifestyles. And I started teaching skiing and snowboarding because I live here in Colorado. And at the time, Vail Resorts had a cool slogan. We don't just give ski and snowboard lessons, we provide experiences of a lifetime. And what I realized was that was absolutely true. I helped clients overcome their fear, gain a new skill that was an exhilarating skill that got them outside, helped them create quality time with their kids, and get physical activity. And the thing I realized after that 23 years of practice, when I looked around at my own peer group and my own health, was that current of Western civilization lifestyle disease didn't happen to me, primarily because I fell in love with skiing and snowboarding at a young age, and I did it all my life. And when it wasn't snowy outside, I was playing tennis or teaching tennis. And so what I found accidentally, while just exploring what to do with the next stage of my life after considering to have failed my patients in private practice, was teach sports that have an immersive influence on our mutual nervous systems as I'm teaching and they're learning, that connects us emotionally and physically, and that involves an intellectual set of skills that they have to put together with my instruction. And what I found out is when I turned an adult or especially a child onto a sport that they would then participate in the rest of their life, I accomplished more preventative wellness and lifestyle health with those sports-based lessons than I ever did inside 4 walls of a medical practice.
Isn't it amazing? I think the older we get, a lot of times we decide, well, I shouldn't do this or I can't do this because I could break this. But you're saying agility is one of those things that we need to keep on and keep doing for the rest of our lives. And in essence, it truly keeps us young. Is that right?
Absolutely true. I discovered that again, sort of stochastically, just by trying new things. But at the end of my practice, when it got to be 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I would be like, ugh, how much longer before this day is over? But when I started teaching physical activities and especially playing with kids with some very serious intention with regard to their physical and emotional and intellectual development, what I realized was at the end of the day, I was as surprised as them to realize, oh, it's over already. That was fine. That time was just fine. So in that sense, it's absolutely true that I've stayed young by staying physically active with my clients. I've also helped them to stay young. And I think it's true, as you say, even into the sunset of our lives. When we're 70s and 80s, the more active we are, living lives outside with some unpredictable surfaces and unpredictable circumstances, we have to stay agile to navigate the surprises. And that's one of the secrets of neurological attention.
My grandmother always said, if you sit, you will go downhill really fast. Do you believe in that?
I actually saw that happen to my own mother 2 years ago. I lost her at the age of 82. Most people who have lost an elderly parent or loved one see that the moment that they can't or won't get out of their chair and remain active in the world is the start of the descent.
You talk about can't and won't. Tell us the difference between can't and won't. Because even though you can't you still do something?
We can always do something. And the thing is that anything big we accomplish starts with the small steps, yes? And that's what the neurological construction of physically active lifestyle or mathematically accomplished academic career or an emotionally satisfying family life begins with. Doing what you can and gradually building on what you can do to include more and more. And I have a special love, as you probably already gathered, in helping children get started correctly, because as I mentioned, my experience with adult patients was that it's very hard to change the lifestyle that's already caught them and is carrying them in a current. But it's much easier to start a kid in terms of falling in love with an activity or following their own curiosity in a direction that helps them believe, hey, I'm actually really good at this. I think this is who I am. And schools with that, in that respect, with regard to children, talk about the difference between a fixed mindset, which is I can do that, but I can't do that, or a growth mindset, which basically says I can kind of do anything I choose to do if I really want to do it. I just have to have the right instructors and break it down into manageable enough steps so that I can be successful and gradually build on my talents and skills. And that's what the second half of my career has become about.
It sounds like you say that you failed your patients when you were a chiropractor, but now you found your passion. Do you feel like you're making a difference?
I do now. I didn't inside the medical field. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people feel that way, that we're not really in this day and age of managed care and capitated health programs. We don't have the time to get to know a patient and to interact with them and really to pay attention to who they are, where they're struggling, where they need help. And I'm really happy to find a place in my life where I care about them and they care about me, and we celebrate good times and learning opportunities together. And one of my favorite ways to do that is on a ski slope. I found that skiing is truly a life transforming event. There's the problem of fear. What if I get out of control and hit that tree? There's always
that tree.
Well, easier said than done sometimes. But by knowing what their current ability is and keeping them on the right slopes, implementing the right skills and not putting them in dangerous situations, I can help them build confidence. Not only are they building confidence in learning to manage their own fear, though, they're gaining mastery of their own body. And they're hanging out with people that are also physically active, and they're doing it in a very gorgeous, beautiful place. And so I find that when we're skiing or doing other physical activities in beautiful places. I also take clients now to Costa Rica for surfing and mountain biking and other kinds of expeditionary learning adventures. I find that we are no longer doctor, patient, or client leader. We are friends experiencing something beautiful and wonderful together. And part of that beautiful and wonderful thing is the miracle of our own bodies and brains working together to learn new things.
Quickly, how can folks get in touch with you if they want more information?
Oh, great question. You can check me out at learninglandscapes.info, learninglandscapes.info, or shoot me a quick email at ted@learninglandscapes.info.
All right. Ted Wadley, we appreciate you joining us today. Thank you.
See you in Costa Rica.